Good afternoon. My name is Mirvat Alasnag and I'm here at SASA Studio 2024, and with me is Professor Khalid AlHabib from King Saud University. Good afternoon, Professor Khalid.
Good afternoon.
And today you gave us a keynote lecture on your journey with research. I think it was very inspirational. And some of the content that was presented was that it's not really an easy road. There are obstacles, and you overcame them. So how do you overcome obstacles and remain positive in your journey for research?
Thank you for the compliment. Well, one of the major issues that in life, if we think things will be, things that are great, are worth it, that are going to be easy, I think this is what gets most people into trouble. I think anything great, like your conference here, where you did a great job yourself as a head of scientific committee and your group, it's an amazing effort. So to really answer a question, manage your expectations to start with. If you think the road will be easy peasy lemon squeezy, as my daughter is saying, you're mistaken. So basically, make sure that you understand that you will have challenges. Otherwise, if it was gonna be easy, someone else would have done it before you. That's one. Two, you're never alone. Get help. So I was blessed with colleagues, great colleagues and mentors along the way. Three, always know that there is a plan B, C, D. So never assume one plan only. So if you get stuck against a wall, maybe God wants to close a door and open other venues and maybe the other ones, the other roads that are less traveled, maybe they are better for you. So don't assume that every challenge that is against you, you feel bad about it, you crash. We get to learn this as an interventional cardiologist. Whenever you're stuck with a lesion, you know how to tackle it and so on with multiple tools. You don't just quit the case and get out. So I think it's part of our training as well as interventional cardiologists.
So when you started your career in the field of research, you did quite a few regional registries. What are your thoughts on registries, particularly as one is beginning their experience with research? Because I do know you eventually did move on and became co-investigator in a lot of multinational randomized trials. But a lot of the emphasis and a lot of your early work was with significant, though, registries in the region that are actually impactful and now are the foundation or the references we use to write documents and consensus documents and guidance documents in the region.
Yeah, I think it's Bill Gates, it's quoted to say that the greatest discoveries in life, they're not the discoveries in themselves, how to implement them. So one of the major challenges in the field of medicine is that we have, particularly in cardiology, we have great trials and we have great evidence, particularly in cardiology. The multi-million-dollar question is, do we apply them? I think that's what always drove me to really do these registries, because I wanted to know whether we're actually applying what we have been taught in conferences, in texts, and so on. And we and others have shown that we always have care gaps because of various reasons. So our major challenge when we get out of conferences, great conferences like this, whatever you learn, do you actually apply it in real life? And why we don't apply it? It's called something called like physician inertia. So whenever there is, for example, a new molecule comes, it takes years for doctors to adopt it. That's another topic. That's the question is why. But to answer your question is, I always was curious, what are we doing in real life compared to the standard guidelines?
Another part of your presentation today that caught my attention was you talked about post-professor syndrome,
Yes.
where once professors reach, get the title,
Yes.
they have some kind of drop in their productivity in terms of research. So how do you overcome that, and how did you personally overcome that?
Well, I think it goes back to the question why you're doing research to start with. If you think that you're doing research for the title only, I think you got the whole thing wrong. Definitely, being promoted to full professor is a good collateral benefit, but it is not the main goal. Your main goal is seeking the truth, and we'll keep posing questions and we'll keep trying to get answers to them. The other thing is that people get distracted by offers. Let's be very realistic and transparent about this. Once they get promoted, a full professor said, well, I have done my job, I got the title, and then they get a big admin kind of offer or a big kind of private offer in the private sector, and then they get distracted and derailed. And it's very, let me say, heartbreaking to see a very good research mindsets, amazing research mindsets that really left the field. They stopped. So we're not talking about people who just doing it for the title. They are actually good researchers. But they reached to the point they said, you know what, enough is enough, I have done my job. It's okay. People sometimes change tours, they change plans in life. I'm not saying everybody have to do like what I have done, but when you find that the majority, I try to make it like in a sarcastic way, so and I make it in a memorable way, but I was really serious that many, if not most people, once they get the academic title in our region, they stop publishing and they stop doing research. This is not good at our level. We need to spread the culture of research to the next generation because we don't want things to drop. So for example, as I was talking about the Population Health Research Center, so I was trying to do something that is beyond me. So if I leave, and we will all leave this earth one day, so things do not crash. The other coming generation it will be like a core for the next generations to move on.
Absolutely, and I appreciate you actually saying that. It's really the legacy that you leave behind as Professor Khalid AlHabib. And my final question to you is this new generation that you are mentoring, just for them to hear, what are the criteria for you personally as an experienced and one of the most avid researchers in the region that you look for? What do you look for in a mentee that you agree to take under your wing? There's no way you're going to take everybody, so you have to be selective. So what are you really looking for in them?
That they are committed. They are not just giving you a lip service and you keep tracking them and they are not replying, they are not responding. And I say, you know what, enough is enough. I have other things in my life. I think if they are not really genuine and serious and committed, it's very easy to pinpoint it. In a few weeks' time, you will know that they are not really into it. So I just apologize and say, you know what, don't waste your time on my time.
Well, thank you very much for taking the time to be with us, and I hope you enjoy the interview and the upcoming wrap-up videos as well.